You think that this is going to continue?
Well, it's true that we had like pretty significant outflows both from emerging market ETF and also like some couple of active managers, and we think that it has been both for hard and local currency. And definitely there could be some risk of additional outflows in the very short term. But we think that we should see some inflows maybe at the end of the summer or maybe in Q3 and Q4. So yes, it has been pretty volatile. Significant outflows starting in February, very pronounced in May and June. But I would say now the technicals are like much better than a couple of months ago. So yes, it can be pretty volatile the next couple of weeks, but the outlook for Q3 and Q4 should be improving.
Should be a little bit better, especially for surplus economies, is what you're saying?
So I think it's a function of two things. I think that now we know that Fed will be hiking rates. We know that it's going to be 4 times this year, and I think the next communication should be a little bit more dovish at the margin. And if we have this slightly more dovish statement combined with your rate hikes, I think it should be positive for, I would say, for push factors to emerging market. And on the other hand, I think there's a lot of fears on emerging market growth right now, and we think that these fears are actually not very justified. So I think expectations were maybe a little bit too high at the end of 2017 and early 2018.
Not even for Turkey?
Well, Turkey is that on the growth side, nobody had like a lot of concern. Growth is high, but maybe a little bit too high. But what is really more problematic in Turkey is the external refinancing needs, which are like very, very high, especially from the banking sector. And we think that we have to be very cautious on Turkey, irrespective of the politics, which is not. We are not making big bets on the political.
You expect Erdogan to come back, to be returned?
I think that we should see a lot of volatility in Turkish markets, both on the FX, on the rate side, and on the hard currency side. We think that we have significant current account deficit. It's not improving. We think that on the fiscal side, it's not really improving, and the short-term external refinancing needs are very significant.
I got to ask you here, and with the prospect of Erdogan and his party being returned to power and more powerful than ever before, this is kind of like Turkey's version of Xi Jinping or something, right? This guy's going to end up being as powerful as, let's say, a sultan, and this is a guy who actually wants to have his hands on monetary policy. That's got to worry a lot of people.
Yes, so we need to have like much better coordination between fiscal and monetary. They need to address these imbalances. If they don't address these imbalances, I think that the market will remain still pretty skeptical, or I would say negative on Turkey. So definitely we are not ready to take some long risk on Turkey right now.